Hey, everybody. Friend of the homeless here. Let's get into the game. There are changes we have to discuss. Um, it's Monday morning. I spent the weekend. I actually had time this weekend to work on a project. And so the project I worked was the homelessness crisis, which you can see right now suddenly resolving itself because I put in some new, efficient checks that will just make sure that this doesn't happen. See, okay, problem, right? The problem is there are a lot of legitimate reasons that a biobot can become homeless. For one thing, you can take its home away. I can just go and pick up all of these, and then all these guys flying around will have to find a place to be, only there's no place to be. And so they'll go to where they should, be sad, go homeless. You could also just throw them out of your inventory without any regard of what they should be doing or any purpose in life. Cast adrift in the void like the rest of us, so they don't understand how I feel. Well, in that case, they would have to find a home and they wouldn't do it. So they just sit there forever, much like me. Anyway, I can also disconnect these from the biofluid network, running them invalid. I could foul them in different ways. We could run out of fuel. We could be too full. We could have them overflowing on poop. We couldn't have ingredients. There's a lot of reasons things can become homeless. Homelessness is not a failure state. It is a necessary transitional state used to bridge gaps between what should be and what is to come. Anyway, so to deal with that, you just have to adapt. The problem is that not that they become homeless, the problem is that they stay homeless. And I understand various authoritarian regimes across the years have had ways of dealing with this problem, but here in the kind, loving, and altogether benevolent factory, we don't do those things. Instead, we just do periodic checks. Like we're scanning the world, one 4x4 chunk at a time, just looking for homeless guys and telling them to try to find a job. And it turns out that's all it takes. You identify a homeless individual and you say, get a job. And then suddenly the problem is solved. The problem is solved. The problem is completely solved by that. I don't understand why this isn't just the go-to solution for everything. But I'm not in charge of public policy. So we search the world randomly, and we also search around a bioport every single 143rd tick. So like every 3 seconds or so, something like that. And it's really fast. It doesn't slow anything down, and it solves the problem. I'm going to test out the code for the next, week or so, then commit it, and it will go in the bin with my other commits, which aren't getting merged in. Not bitter at all about that. But all of this is fine. All of this is okay. That's what I did. So if we pull up the notepad, unfortunately, we've got things to do. South neuroprocessor has no biocrud vent. Let's go take a look at that first. We're going to be doing some major building in our maintenance area, a maintenance phase here. Good to see this going. This is going to turn into optical fiber. I should definitely... Okay, are you going? You are not going. Why? You are not going because no molybdenum. Again, molybdenum on the way. Still so paranoid about this. Molybdenum. Alright, we're doing better. Kinda. Looks like we're about high 800s, maybe even 900s a minute, rather. Yeah, could be better, could be worse. What was I doing? I was looking for neuroproc, which is around here somewhere. Oh, neuroprocessors are just... All of this is such a problem. Here, look at this brilliant thing I didn't do. I did all this, and I didn't put this in. There's probably comments on the video about me not doing this. These are Mark 1s, and I don't think it matters. And it doesn't... Oh, you're trying to drop. Oh, wait. Do you get rid of jerky? No, you don't. Unload items until caravan has jerky equals 0. And you gotta wait for that. Okay, now you do that now. No, he's doing this. You're gonna get stuck, right? No, none of these are sticky. Alright, now he's throwing a bunch of jerky in here and it's gonna get... Okay, now it's gonna fix. Alright, okay. So, that's dodging a problem. This is already prodded to hell and gone. It's already at its limit. I could just put in more prod in this and it could be straight double production, right? It would go no slower. It would be so deep in slowness. Here, we did the thing. Alright. Allow more photopores on the optical cable belt. This isn't really the bottleneck. But sure, I'll do it. Here, go dump. I need you out of my way. This says you stop at 100. Just go to 200. And we'll deal with a little bit of rot. We don't have trip problems, so... I mean, obviously we're never going to have trip problems, right? Obviously. Oh, there's so many trits here. Are the trits being made? Do I have to worry about trip problems sometimes? It's just such a simple... They're mostly being made. Are we disabled? Are any of these disabled? Oh, it's turned off at the albumin level, right? Or was. Okay, now you're disabled by control V. Alright, so there's still more room for more trits. Low production is worse than rot. I agree. Oh, I really don't want to do this. The correct thing to do is make next generation Dhilmos. Dhilmos are the right way to do this. Dhilmos slaughter really clean. And they make a lot of chitin. Problem is they build really slowly. Dhilmo Food is fine. This is just normal. I could get this stuff. Problem is the Dhilmo Pool Mark II requires 50 neuroprocessors and 30 neuromorphic chips. And I don't got them, guys. I just do not have them. Like... I don't even know what I'm going to do. I need to increase neuromorphic chips production by a lot. And that involves starting with more neuroprocessors. But guess what? That's optical cable, which is still a problem. I wonder if I should be worried about this. How I'm at the crafting limit. And there's never going to be a better data array. I could just be shoving these out if I wanted to with speed modules. You eat at 0.29 a second, you make it 0.2 a second. I might have to make another specialized area for this. And then neuromorphic chips, of course. I need so many more. Do I want to just prod module all this? Just assume that it's spending most of its time not going anyway. And just get an extra 20%. I don't even think it's worth thinking about right now. And then the chips come down here one at a time. They get in, and then they immediately come this way to make electronics parts, to make more modules. So that's good. Anyway, we're probably just going to make a standard VROC area. It's going to suck. We need local... Oh, homelessness crisis. I did fix the homelessness crisis. So we need local limestone destruction. Down here, we just have too much limestone, and it's not being destroyed up there, so it's not being destroyed fast enough up there. See, look, right here? They're trying to get rid of it, and it's just, they can't. So I need to just blow it up down here. And have this be the failover instead of... local production. So I need to fork it off right here, go that way with preference, and then overflow, and then something about limestone destruction. And limestone is destroyed by just processing the soil. I suppose. Then what do I do with the soil? It just transforms the limestone to soil. And then what? Like, then what's my plan? What now, Jimmy? Yeah, and the answer is, I don't know. I need a more permanent way of getting rid of it. And it's just... there's not a lot there. I should be able to just dump this in the water. It's just limestone. Like, no. And then mulch the seaweed. Yeah, I could kind of see that, but that's so slow. How can I get rid of limestone? How can I get rid of soil, then? Let's talk about soil. So this will convert the limestone to soil. And then soil, I suppose it can be turned to muddy sludge, and the muddy sludge can be sent to a purifier. You know? That's a lot. I mean, it's a lot and it's not cheap. But it doesn't look like there's anything I can do about this glut of limestone right now. Really wish I could do this. This would definitely work. Well, I don't know. Maybe not definitely. Alright, so we took it into soil, right? We process it to soil, and then what? What now, Jimmy? Sort it? Oh. Sort it to sand? Is there a less efficient sort? Yes, there is. Alright, so we can sort it... oh, and muddy sludge. Alright, that's not really what we want. We can sort it again and get sand and coarse fraction and limestone. And then sand can in turn be sorted, right? No, no, no. No, no, no. This. And that turns it into gravel and crushed quartz. And we just get rid of the material like this, and it's just going to be a big thing. I'm not really a fan of that. It's going to be complicated with lots of products to get rid of. Because we're going to end up with iron oxide, and the gravel will be crushed to sand again, of course. Biomass gets torched, you get sifted, you just go back in. Coarse fraction gets sifted again. So this is just going to be a mess. It's something I kind of have to do, right? That's just irritating. Alright. And if I just convert it to soil, convert like half of it to soil even, in order to get rid of this stuff, I go look at the earth stack. Nah, we're not overflowing here. We're still not great. Alright, I have to do this whole chain again, I guess. Notepad, you are dismissed. So this is just going to be a big build, and then the Vrock slaughtering area is going to be another big build. So, I don't know if we're going to make any forward progress on the main stuff today. So what we need is secondary crushers, limestone. We need lots of stuff, unfortunately. We need secondary crusher, and then we need solid seps. And then we need classifiers, and we need a burner. And you are going to be another classifier. So secondary crusher, solid seps. Secondary crushers are where? I haven't had to think about these in a long time. Over here maybe? It's a pressure pump. I've already forgotten what they look like. Right there? Oh, yeah, that is right there. Secondary crusher, nano factory can go. Well, it probably doesn't have to go back. I'm probably going to use it in a second. Never mind. And then solid separators, and that's the stair looking thing right there. All right, let's see what we can do about this. Bang, all the way down. So, I don't know where I'm going to locate this. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know what my goal is. I don't know where I'm going in life. So we're just going to rough it out here and then move it somewhere. Are you jammed? You are completely jammed on limestone. All right, so first off, we need the secondary crusher. Get out here, my friend. And you have to then do this. You are converting limestone to soil. And that's just so bitchy how it does this. Alright, so what needs to happen is limestone has to enter the system, and then limestone exits the system. We have done this before. And then soil also exits the system. And I need to account for both, right? So how about I just do it really simply? We have a soil limestone line. It is both. And you probably need 2 hands. And then right here, we do both. We have soil on one side, and we have limestone on the other side. How about that, right? No, we want them on the opposite sides. We want limestone to be on the top. But hold on, let me just make sure I'm not actually doing that and causing myself issue. There we go. And then we're going to have an array of these things, of course. So limestone will be on the bottom, and then when it gets flippy-flippied right here, it'll be on the top. All right, so we have our main line in, right? Just kind of picture this in some sort of future. And then we want to input priority from this side. So we're going to be dealing with our output first. Problem. This just converts. So this doesn't actually work for me because I want to have an overflow. I want the soil to exit out the system. So this system does not work. No. Erase it. Improper. Instead, what we need is a serpentine belt. So let's try it this way. There. Now we will have dedicated lines for each. So like that and like that. And then we'll have the same thing going out on the other side. Okay, don't do that first off. And don't do that second off. And then V and H. And then V and V. Alright, and then we're going to have to do something with balancing this, obviously, because we're only using one side of the belt on the outserter. I mean, we don't have to do that, I suppose. We could be doing that right here and save ourselves some trouble. I mean, it's going to use power, but what doesn't use power, you know? Alright, limestone out, and that's right here. Soil out, and that's right here. There. Then we have 2 pure dual-sided lines working right here, and then they'll just kind of come in like this, very space age. Like this, and then one giant leap and one good belt. And then they'll come back in and they'll leap it, they'll tie in back up here. All right, so we have stage 1. And what we want to do is make sure soil goes out. So this is the soil line, and this is the limestone line. So limestone line will go back up. It'll curl back up. Just here, we just watch. Curls back up, and it does this. Limestone line, soil line does a little different. I mean, a lot of the same. Well, actually, you should probably... it doesn't matter. Don't look at it. Don't think about it. And then you come over here, and then it goes back in. But over here, it's output priority to this side. All right, so this is going to be what happens next. Stage 2, processing. Soil. So soil will overflow back up that way. No, it'll primary flow up this way, and then overflow back down here, where we now come to a solid sep, right? We have a solid sep right here. Our friend, the solid sep, makes problems. We could just be going to sand. We could be doing this. And then making muddy sludge. Honestly, I think I'm going to do this instead. It is so much easier to think about. And we have excess muddy sludge destruction capacity. I wish I had an inefficiency mod. Okay. We're going to save ourselves time. Save ourselves time, which is, by extension, life. And then we're going to get some washers. I'm going to have to go get more, but that's fine. Mr. Washer right here is going to take soil. Oh, you produce sand at the same point. So it's no different. It doesn't just destroy it. It doesn't end it here. Nothing is ended. Instead, we have to go to the solid sep. Not pleased. Big sad. And you then do this. And then we get sand anyway, and also solid material. So what do we do about this, boys? We have 4 things coming out. So 4 of these guys come out, and we need to just sort them into lines. God, I wish there was a better way of getting rid of this stuff. I mean, sure, not really. I could just bring in... we could just be doing this. It's not guaranteed to run, which is the problem. That's why I'm not going to do it, but that would be a lot better. I could just splash it straight to muddy sludge. I could do that. And just turn it into a filtration media problem. This seems bad, but it's so much less complicated. And the soil comes here. And then washer. And the question is, how many washers am I going to need? You just go straight to muddy sludge, and then we'll even have a filter layer on site. We'll bring down the filtration media. I'll get a whale on this. And then muddy sludge. And then the ash will... Don't we have an ashery right over here? No, I'll have a separate out for it, but still. So you... It's just 1-to-1, right? So I need to establish a water loop with internal reflux. And I don't need I need these as 3-to-1 ratio and this one at... Oh no. Well, okay, think about it. So 2 goes in, 1 goes out every half a second. So I'm producing 1 soil a second. And this is eating 5 a second. So for every one of these, for every 5 of these, I need 1 of these. And for every 3 of these, I need 1 of these. Okay. I don't really believe in this, but this is like maximum simple. Let's go get some more filters, and let's go get some more... filters and the other thing. The other thing. Washers. I'm probably neglecting a deeper ratio, right? Maybe I'm being dumb here again. Alright, so up here we produce waste limestone. It is a thing. In this stack right here, there's 4 of them, you are producing limestone at a rate of... that's like 6 a second. So I need 1 disposal mechanism. And this eats at... once again, it's... okay, it's... oh, wait. Hold on a second. This goes at double speed. I was comparing things incorrectly. So this is in fact at normal speed. This recipe is eat 1 limestone every 1/5 of a second, half of a second. But because it's moving at double speed, it's every 1/4 of a second. So this is 4 soil a second, which is just about this, and this is 4 limestone a second, which isn't enough. So for every 1 of these to eat all the limestone, I need 1 stack just to deal with the waste product. So there really is no point at all in locating this anywhere else. It should be in line like this, and it really should be a double. So if I do 2 of these, so that would mean I would eat 8 a second, and that's just, no, it doesn't work. It has to be a double. Or it has to be sped. What's that look like? If I just put a single speed module here, then this is eating 5.6 a second. I should be changing this design, right? I should. I'm doing this wrong. I'm going to have to do this all completely differently. And that's a tragedy. I should have handled this at the time. Okay. I accept tragedy as part of my life. So if I just speed module... no, we're not even going to do that. We're not playing that game. More buildings... all right, so new plan. This is gonna stop. We're cutting this out. Here, just hold on. We're making an example. Here, just pretend this is rational, right? There, we're skipping this. Why did I do this? There's a plan. Don't worry about it. Of course there's a plan. There's always been a plan. And so we want to take these guys. We want to make an internal highway. We're changing this build. Oh, and they're 6 apart too. Oh, I really shouldn't be doing this, should I? I really should be redoing all of this, shouldn't I? Well, that's tragic. I don't want to pick all this up. But it's wrong. And that doesn't work. And that does the same thing. Oh man, how to do this? I guess if I'm doing one line, it doesn't matter. Alright, that's what I'll tell myself. This is what I will tell myself. It's not gonna matter, right? And then we leap like this. Should probably come one more over, in fact. Not gonna matter. Of course it's not gonna matter. Why would it matter? And then down here into its personal destruction area. Let's see if we can get the footprint right. I'm not entirely thrilled by this idea, but it'll help with throughput, and that's good. So pick up all that. We're doing something different. In fact, everyone just get lost. Go over there. All right, so what's going to happen here is we're going to have to line up with this. And then we want to double. Which means this is in kind of the wrong spot. Well, no, we can make it in the right spot. By coming over like this. And then this comes in like so, right? But where does the soil come from? And then we need a double, of course. So this isn't the end of it. No, we're doing this wrong. In a shock to absolutely no one, we are doing this wrong. Because we need two of these guys. And then it comes down like this. And then like that. And then like that. Okay. So this is how the limestone comes in from our own personal limestone maker right here. And what we need now is to handle the reflux. So we need two lines out. Actually, we can kind of work this, right? So we know we're putting out, the limestone comes back out and has to go back, it has to cycle back around, right? So, like, just obviously this is limestone. Well, maybe it shouldn't be like this. Well, we have limited side-to-side space, which is a problem. I get the feeling this is going to be an utter abomination by the time it's done. I wish I could have the inserters insert onto this line with preference. But I don't think I can manage that. I don't think that's like something that exists. The best I can do is something like this. And then we find a way to tie it in, right? So yes, so that's how that gets back out. But the problem is we have another material that's produced, that's soil, and it has to come back in. And we only have this vertical corridor to work with. Because these two destroy 8, and these two right here destroy... I really should have made just a single unit. Well, no, it's not gonna... Maybe oh, this is gonna be trash. Kinda no matter what I do, I'm gonna end up with trash here, aren't I? I thought I was so clever making this copy and pasteable block, but it doesn't, there's just too many waste products. I'm being a fool. And I can just assign one of these in order to supply that, and it'll be fine. Yeah, this one will go over here instead of like this, and it'll be fine. But how do I do what I'm doing right now? Do I have to use hands? Is that really what I'm doing? I think it is. We're going to have to just abandon belts and go for just straight programming. This is how you know something's gone terribly wrong in your life. Alright, so what we're going to do now is just put a shed here. I wish I had a long, thin shed. Like some of the tanks. This is going to be bad. I want you to be enabled when limestone is less than 100. Sure, 100. And then you are going to out limestone, out soil, right? You are limestone, you are soil. And then we're going to out soil here when soil is above a certain threshold. And that will be, just say 100, right? And so we're using quote unquote intelligence here in order to handle this problem instead of using just normal systems with belt. I do not like this. I would prefer this not to be. This is not a proper solution, but this is also not a proper area, and it makes me sad. All right, then you right here. We have to talk about you. Soil comes in, right? Soil gets placed in, and now we're making 8 a second here. No, 4 a second. Yeah, 4 a second, and this is eating 5 a second. So we actually need 2 of these. How wonderful. All right, okay. That's all right. It's going to be okay. So this works. Well, it actually works if I just give it one more space. And then I can pull it down like this, and then it works. All right. So this is how the dirt gets in. And then the muddy sludge gets out at a rate of 100 a second, and then it's just going to put 1 right here. And then I'll use a whale to go and get, here, you don't go right there, you go right there. No. You do this, right? And then we'll have a flow thing going. All right, so it'll be like so, right? And then we'll have ash out. And we'll produce a lot of ash, and it will come this way. And this is our final. We have reduced limestone to ash. I hope you're proud of yourself. And then this just needs to be topped up. Right? It just needs working fluid. So we'll put a pump in here. And this has to be connected, unfortunately, because, again, it's needs to be topped up and filled. Is this legal? I'm pretty sure this is all legal. Okay. Oh, we need filters in, too, so that's a problem. I mean, okay, it's an entirely solvable problem, but still. So this comes down like this, and it's going to be okay, I think. And then this is going to work like this. And then we just leap with the soil, and the soil gets liquefied. And then it comes down here, and it gets purified. So I guess we have a line going this way, and it's never going to need anything more. And we just do it like this. Do I believe in this? Not really. I'm not happy about this at all. But I believe it is probably going to work out. Probably. This is a lot of infrastructure. All right, let's get a test case going, I guess. We need 2 whale homes. One right here, right in line. And one just a little bit over, also in line. All right, whale. I need you to be whale hungry. Go get me more. Go get me more. I want you to go to... Go to filtration media. And it's flowing. I don't want to see that. We've got excess, so that's fine, I guess. And you come right here, and then you just you empty your cargo. Go and do it. All right. I want to see this work before I do anything more. You know. All right. So this guy just drops right here. And then we have ash out. And then this way. And then ash in. Okay. And then here we'll just have a whale, I guess. I guess it's going to be a whale. Whale hungry right there. Have your food. Then add destination right here. Fill that cargo. And I want you to take this to waste ash. Just right there. All right. Off you go. So that is that. Okay. Now we get to hook this all up. And we get to see what I've done wrong. I'm not thrilled at all about this this logic-based solution right here. All right, I think we need to get some water in. All right, so we can probably get that from up north, right? So we need this water tank right here. We need an underflow valve. Underflow less than 5. And we still might need a vent on this because that's happened in the past. Okay, we'll move it over by 1. There we go. Then you get put in. All right. So you're ready. You're ready. All we need is the filtration media, and I can turn this on. He is on his way. Absolutely. Then this is what we're going to deal with next. It looks like we're not using a lot of formic acid. This is a problem. Formic acid. In the last 10 minutes. That's not that much Verox. Because we're going to be slaughtering Verox in order to get the chitin. However, it's going to make formic acid as a byproduct. And formic acid is, needed all over here. So we want to make sure that this never runs. Never runs. And that's going to be a logical thing. It's going to be a logical problem. So we'll have to get down here with it and intercept both of these lines. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a mess. All right, let's see this thing go. There you go. And then... Oh, you need some soil to start with. I don't have any, right? Where can I run to just quickly get dirt? That's jammed up already. I want some units of dirt. I guess I go all the way back to the stack because I don't know what else I would do. Sure. There we go. Good enough, right? That is all we can ask for, is good enough. Alright, and so we just chuck this in there, right? Boom. Oh no, it's not big enough. Because how is this going to get the dirt in? It has to get dirt in too. It needs in and out. So it has to have 4 of them. So we need... So it doesn't actually work. This system I set up. Oh, man. And I already put this in place. This is going to cause me a lot of problems. I wish I had a long, thin one. Even though I don't really have much room besides. I wish I had a 5. I wanted to have it as long as this, only 2 tall. Only I don't have a storage container like that. I suppose I do. I suppose it's called a train cargo wagon, right? I wonder what the size of those are. Okay. That's a funny idea, isn't it? Where are you, wagon? I don't need much stack size. I need just basic... You take a lot of stuff. I don't know if I want to make these just to see. Can I pipette it? And I could probably... It probably is exactly what I'm asking for, isn't it? This is exactly what I need. Oh man, do I want to do this? It would actually work really well, it looks like. Oh man. And I have to put it down on train tracks, so I have to build rails too. Okay, we're gonna do something funny. There's no other way to put it. We're gonna go try to build some train wagons. And then some rails. Come on, let's go on an adventure. We're doing something weird. We're not making any forward progress today. We're just going to do an experiment. Come on, guys. Adventure calls. I need wagon. Wagon. All right, we're going to write this down. We need intermetallics. Brakes 1. Shaft 1. Small parts, steel plate times lots, duralumin, titanium, iron. Iron, this is going to be so dumb. What is going to happen right here is going to be, in fact, near peak stupidity. There we go. So we need a couple things of iron. We need some small parts. This is too much. Whatever. We need some bricks of intermetallics. We need duralumin. We need steel. We need lots of this. Duralumin, where are you? I'm getting nowhere. Okay, so got that. Got iron. Got iron. Okay, so now we need some machines from the machine shop. We need some gearboxes? No. No, we need shaft. It looks like we don't have any boxes for shaft. So we're just gonna pick them up like this. There we go. And then we need brakes. That's you. Alright, can I make train wagons now? Give me some of these. Alright, now we need rails. We need train track. So we refine concrete, bolts, steel, and solder. So all of that I can just go get. I might have to be making these properly. Bolts. I don't know if we even put bolts on here. I don't think we do. I know we do put solder on here, though. So I can't really see it, I guess. Maybe we don't. Alright, let's just assume we don't and just move on. Bolts are right around here, right? Right there. Bolts. And then solder is in the 2 stack in one of the early ones. Yeah, right here. Okay, rail. We're doing trains, boys. And it can't be crafted by hand. How wonderful. Rail. There we go. Oh, you can do better than that. Come on. If we're going to do this, we're just going to let it run until it can't anymore. That's actually going to be a lot of rail. That's fine. It's an experiment. This is what Factorio is about. The spirit of experimentation. Look, we actually did trains. Everyone keeps asking me, when are you going to do trains? When's the train transition? When are you going to move to trains? I love trains. Don't you like trains? Everyone loves trains. Well, the answer is right now. Alright, I think this is it. I think I'm losing patience. Alright, pick all that up, and then we're going to see if this works. And if it does, we're going to do something really dumb. Really dumb, but really, it's an ingenuity. This is not doing things right. No, we're far beyond doing things right. This is doing things my way. Oh, it doesn't even align. I can't move it a half. Oh my god. So I have to move everything down by 1 in order to make this work. Everything is so dumb. All right. Okay. This is my own fault. There we go. And we can just load in and out of this wagon, right? And it serves. It's just off by 1. It's off by 1. How can I make this work? And this is already... I can't shift this up and down at all. Off by 1. Off by 1. And if I shift this up by 1, it does not work because it's at already furthest extent. So I shift all of this up by 1. I mean, okay. Sure. We can sin again. Of course we can. There was never anything stopping us from sinning again. Alright, so you guys right here, come over here. And this whole thing. Choo-choo. Choo-choo. Trains arrived. Only that's not going to work. Choo-choo. The problem is getting it out. Getting the product out. So I guess we have to move it over just a little bit. Okay, choo-choo. Right there. Okay. This is not dumb. This is... So it's just in and out, in and out. In and out, in and out. Oh, I don't have any of my stuff on me. And we'll do it like this, and like this. And then you will be the one who is controlled. Oh, I can't connect a train to a wire. I have to put a station here, don't I? Or, well, I can't privilege it because it comes in and out, in and out. Do I have to, is this, well, I have to put an engine on it and actually make it an actual train. This is so dumb. So very dumb. I need to just bail out on this idea, right? This is never going to work, right? It's totally going to jam, right? I need it to be able to read the contents of this, but treating it like a chest doesn't work. I suppose I can take a risk and just have it on this. Oh wait, we're going to do it like this, right? We're going to do limestone. And we're going to do soil. Because we have more processing power than we do production power. Soil. This is going to be... Okay, we're going to learn something here. We're going to indulge in the horror of learning. Now there's the problem of getting the soil out. So even if it does like that, we should run out of limestone. Will it ever jam if I just take the soil out like this? Will it? Because we'll have competing ins and outs. So it's going to take 1/3, essentially. And 1/3 is exactly balanced on I don't have to care. So if it takes 1/3, that is exactly correct. And that is through, once again, the power of pure coincidence. Alright. Alright. We're going to try that. How did a good one get destroyed? Was that just really weak and Irving got it? Hope you leveled up at least, Irving. Doing okay? Wait a second, where's Irving? Okay, there he is. Okay, good. Good, good. For a second there, I was worried Irving had breached containment. Oh, do none of these things have homes that they can be brought to? Is there a problem here? Are all my bots off doing something else? Do I need to add more bots to the system? Looks like probably yes. Oh, they were all off doing something else. So yeah, I need more bots. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's see this idea to its horrid conclusion. Let's figure something out. Let's see if it actually runs. Because this is gonna run out eventually. And I'll have to supply more. Alright, so this comes in, and then we take one... Oh, I got rid of all my soil. That's how this all started. Okay, alright, back again. This is what Factorio is about, my friends. We are torturing the system to give us a solution the system wants absolutely no part of. I probably picked up all my soil already. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't think. Thinking is not your friend. You're not good at it. There, we just need some catalytic... I guess we need a little more of this now, considering what I'm doing. Alright, let's watch. Let's just sit back and watch and see if my train-based solution actually can pay off. There. Oh, you're not fully done? Alright, so this is what will happen. It'll eventually get rid of all this, and then this will start flowing. And then you have soil. And we have to rely on excess soil production. Now it starts going. Will it go continuously, or will it run out of soil? Yeah, it's just running out of soil. Alright, so if I tune you down, you now go at a fixed half stack size. How about now? Do you work now? Are you stable? This is so very jank. But I suppose I have absolute tuning ability right here. And they're going to keep having the amount of soil that they need. Alright, let's add in the other side of this and see if this actually works. Okay, quote-unquote works. All of this has to come with me. Then we have to torture this as well. And then paste. Where is it? Oh, we're going to have to leap over all of that. Oh, luckily, by sheer coincidence, in the right line. Okay, let's try this now. There. Alright, so it gets brought in right here. So you're going forever, right? Oh, you don't have any salt. It's a totally separate problem. Did I clip this line? Did I clip a line? You need saline water. Saline water is right here. There's no way I clipped this line. This is just a saline water crisis, right? Has to be. Okay. I knew this day was coming again. And saline water is being pumped as hard as possible, and we just do not have enough. Fabulous. And none of it's being brought in to be turned back into salt. Okay. This is not really helping me, but it will illustrate whether this just stops at any point. It's fully primed, and I guess that's what I'm looking for. So now more limestone comes in and immediately gets grabbed. The only thing is, are we going to run low on soil because it's going to constantly empty everything out? I guess even using a stack inserter is probably bad here because it's never going to need it. Do I believe this is stable? It looks stable to me. Alright, so what we need is extra speed 2 modules. Because apparently we need more saline water. Oh, you aren't even using all of this. Like here, take a look. Saline water production. What's going on here? Oh, this is probably the drilling fluid making its way in. Alright, so you're not even using this entire line. You need a beacon. Oh, and your dedicated power here, so that's going to be a problem. Yeah. But still, it needs to be done, right? And I can speed module this again. And it'll go even faster. Right, let's go. Gotta do this. First, what what we want to do. Okay, we're gonna have multiple layers of problems here. So first layer of problems is I want to beacon these guys. And that is going to be probably the good stuff. Probably a 3-3, right? You don't have enough electricity, which is known. Which is why I have windmills on me. And I didn't do a really big one. That's 25 megawatts. Okay. And I know I'm going to have to... I think this is 25 megawatts just by average. Let's add one more. Because we're not done yet, right? Okay, how we doing? Probably need, like, at least one more. Okay, doing any better? That I believe in. Okay. And we're at a low ebb. Okay, good. And now this is clearing this line. And is it a full stacked belt forever? Are we at a full stacked belt forever? No, it's gonna run out, right? So this mine's at 30 a second, 51 a second, and it mates up with this one. So no, this will in fact run complete. I haven't been down here in forever. Wow. I should be harvesting all these prod mods. And like, you are 100% going to be running out. Okay, so we will help you with that. Boop, 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 boop. And it barely, here, look. Let's do it again. Boop, 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 boop. 25 a second for 50 a second. So every drop of every unit of gasoline gives 2 salt. If I do this, it just barely moves it. And now it barely moved the other thing too. So I guess there you go. So it's 68 a second now. Whereas before it was only 51 a second. I wonder why. I mean, it's still more efficient. I'm going to need a lot more speed mods, it looks like. And I'm going to want to beacon these guys too, I guess. If this is going to be my main saltwater production area. That's 600 saline water a second and change. Okay, it's good. I just want the full saturated belt, like right here, just constantly be being consumed. But it won't. It'll eventually run out, like right here. And the power grid here, well, nothing's running, so we have excess power here. That's interesting to think about, isn't it? So if I just put in a 5.5, that puts up to 100 a second. And if it's all going into one belt, and that doesn't really register. All right. So you should actually go back down now. And so we're getting 51 a second here, and we're putting in 100 a second down here. Right? 100 a second. So that is going to be a full stacked belt, no matter what. And that's good. So I should add more, right? Wherever I have a saline water, and it's just being completely consumed and completely turned into saline water. All right, there's nothing more to think about right here. Salt. Is this one getting utilized? These two are being utilized. Are you being utilized in the north? It comes up here. Yes, but you're not going. Why? Oh, is this clipped at some point? Is it already filled back up? No, I clipped it when I put in the mushroom. I clipped it when I put in the mushrooms. Okay. All right. All right. Angry about this? Oh, yes. Surprised by this? Oh, no. Let's... Man, the amount of trouble I cause myself just by clipping these lines. It's really astonishing. And am I going to change my ways? Not really, no. That wasn't on the plan. There we go. And then we can probably also buff this, right? Because I want these guys to be... well, okay, this needs to be just completely redone, right? Because by going by the same thing I did before, then FM5, because down here power's cheap, right? Just assume power's cheap. Now this is making 100 a second. A full 100 a second. It might be enough with these two hands. Which means we need to put in another bank of washers, I suppose. Here, you just do that. Yes, I'm aware I have ruined everything. Such is my way. No, don't do that. Oh man, that was a mistake. I gotta stop doing things like that. Need to stop being me in general. It's embarrassing a lot of the times. Alright, so you go like there. And where did I put this line? Well, we're not doing it like that anymore. And we'll patch it through here. And we'll just pretend like this was always the plan. Here in the area where I don't really care. Alright, so. Do you have water? Yes, you have water. What is your problem? You don't have salt because you're not in the right spot? Oh my god. Okay, okay. Okay, I can do this. I can do this. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. If I just keep telling myself it's gonna be fine, it will be fine. Alright, there you go. You are producing a lot of salt. Okay, more saline. Wasn't really what I was planning on doing today, but we're gonna make no forward progress. Let's not delude ourselves. We're working on foundational problems right now. Solving the saline crisis, which we didn't even know we have. Alright, so in the last 10 minutes, it looks like production is way, way up. Though it might coincide with this as well. I don't know. I wouldn't think so. We're adding so much more production a second online, and this one was completely offline. It's not eating the entire belt. But production, oh wait, we might need... It's flowing up, so eventually we're going to have to do something about this and get more material over. Alright, that's easy. Easy, I say. Easy, I say. We'll do it this way. Output priority to that side. But then, you come over to this side. And suddenly we have more hands. exposed. Oh my god, no. Help me. Here, take this salt. There we go. Now we have a full belt going up, and that'll keep going. And then I can add more, or I could not. This is 1,000 saline a second. And there's another one on it, and it's building up pressure. Okay, don't look at it. Run away. Run away. Don't look at it. It's not real. It's not real. It can't hurt you. It's just a video game. Alright, so this is still going. There's enough preference for the reflux here that's still working. I still don't believe this is actually what I'm going to be doing. Okay, I believe it. I'm not proud of it. Okay, I'm a little proud of it. And this is just continually doing this, and then... Yep. Ash is happening. And now what I have to do is just hook these guys up for every one of these. And then that's going to be an enormous pain, right? Especially since... No, it should be fine, right? So you should line up exactly with this. Exactly with this. Alright? Then angry put it down. Then I grab all of you. We're going to do a sixer first. And then we're going to scale up like that. Just one over like this. And one over like this. Do we believe? Is this how the world is supposed to be? Is this the world we want to give to our children? Is this the example we want to set? We need to go get more washers. I want to note something, in that the biofluid system has not crashed. That was a really real concern, considering some of the changes I did for fixing the homelessness crisis. There was concerns it would just crash on me, because I was bad. But apparently, I have taken sufficient care that at least hasn't been happening. Let's go stop by. Let's go swing by. See if we have a whole new homelessness crisis. No. Homelessness has been resolved. Nice. Okay, good. Good. Let's get this worked out. Oh, I needed more secondary crushers too, didn't I? Okay, let's go back. Drop all these down, go back, and then mess with all of these belts. And then we have to do it again, so why am I not just picking up huge amounts of these things? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. We're going to clear out our inventory after this and then take our frustrations out on some Vrox. Don't tell anyone I said that. More washers, please. More secondary crushers, please. Probably need even more than that, frankly. Definitely need even more than that. I could hang around, or I could just come back. And I guess coming back is the way to go, because we're not that far away. Alright, so what I'm doing is like so, yeah? And now I'm hooking up these lines, and we're gonna, once again, the name of the game is... Why did I do this from the other end? That would make it so much easier. It makes so much more sense. Alright, since we're converting all of this, we're gonna start. Right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And so you... just get stopped, I suppose, and there's going to be a huge amount. No, I should pick it all up from beginning to end. In fact, pick all this up. And if it ends up that this is not, in fact, the way... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I become incredibly embarrassed then. Even more than normal. I have so much limestone in my inventory. I've kind of got to get rid of it, don't I? I have to do this up as well. I'll do that second, I suppose. Alright, it's fine. Alright, it's fine. I mean, it's fine. It's fine to be out of inventory space. It's normal to be out of inventory space. Everybody is always out of inventory space. Why aren't you out of inventory space? I think you're out of inventory space, too. In fact, I think it is you who are out of inventory space. Oh, we almost made it through without an explosion. But here we are. Explosion life. This is all just the cost of very poor planning. The entire thing. A great deal of my life, in fact. Just the consequence of poor planning. Really? Really, guys? This is how you feel as being helpful. Okay. There's just being helpful. I need more inventory space. I need to shut off personal logistics, and we just need to juggle, right? Okay, I need that. I need most of these things, too. Oh my god. You need... Get rid of those. All this can go away. All those. There. It makes some space. Do I believe in this? I don't know. I do not know what is right or wrong anymore. And this goes right before the C in chem. Okay. And so that might be working. We gotta get the other one up too. Right there, right there. We're just gonna do it one line at a time. Oh good, there's a wall here. Surely that won't make my life utter hell at any point. Alright, so that's what we're doing right there. And then back again. And then again right here. I hope I don't run out of these. He says, suddenly aware that he's going to run out of these. Alright, and then I have to pick up all these too. Alright, good. Good. Glad. I'm glad. Pick it up. Pick it up. And so this conversion will happen. All in the name of properly venting this limestone. I'm probably causing myself problems by doing this. I'm probably needing this limestone, right? There's probably a limestone crisis, which I am even now creating, which is going to cause me to try to put in some way of preferentially using this. We're not going to think about that. That's, once again, the invasive thoughts speaking. Do not let your brain think for you. You think for your brain. Where is? Oh, that's all we're doing. Alright, so they're all coming down now. And are you not lined up? I bet you're not lined up. Oh, because there's a 2 right here. So you have to get jerked over by 1. Okay, that can be done. That can be done really easy, in fact. Right there. Okay. Okay. Everything's still fine. What's your problem? Of course everything's fine. It's always been fine. There's never been a point where it hasn't been fine. Did I just miss again? Yeah, I did. I meant to do that. It was always going to happen that way. Man, you guys are just... Seriously? Wait. Wait. What's going on? Wait a second. What's going on? It should be right. Oh, I can't because of the train tracks. Oh, no. Because there's train tracks, it's a 2x2 instead of a 1x1. Oh, no, friends. Well, I'll make it work. Screw it. I'll make it work. You guys, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're wrong, not me. Everything's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, right? There's absolutely no side effects to anything here. This was always intended. You're the problem is what I'm trying to say here. I mean, if you just looked at this impartially, you will see, in fact, that you are the problem. And we're just going to do this, and we're just going to do this, and we're just going to do this. Yes. Huzzah. It was always going to happen this way. This was the plan all along. Oh, you fools for thinking that I was ever going to do anything but this. Okay. All right. So what have my sinful hands wrought? Oh, I have to seed it. And right there. This is just asking for this to be paralyzed. There's no guarantees with any of this. This is... Oh, and they have to be... All these train cars have to be exactly like that. Okay. This is just asking for just open paralysis. I cannot believe that this would be stable. This is a cry for help. Alright, so that's half of the limestone just being eaten up right there. What I need to do is have this limestone just come out and preferentially used over there. Because we have to keep this filled. So some of this has to contribute. Let's keep going, I guess, right? There's no point in stopping now. We've done so much. Is this important? Really doesn't look like it, does it? No. No, this is not important. Oh, good. He says, aggressively causing himself another problem. Oh, I need so much help. Bop, 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 bop. Alright. Alright, do I believe? The answer is no. I do not believe at this point. This is... I mean, it appears to be working, but who can say, really? And then it has to line up right here. This is what I want. Okay, start here. Let's turn personal logistics. No, we don't want to turn personal logistics back on because I don't have my box, all the stuff in the box. We need to go get a couple more secondary crushers, a couple more filters. Let's put our train cars down because we like trains. We're train people now. We have a train factory, all for lack of a long chest. Alright, so that's... We're not going to call it good because it's not. This is perhaps functional. That's the level we operate on currently. We think it might be functional. I can't believe I've spent the entire episode on this. Right here, right there. Yeah, we're barely going to have time to put in a rock processing facility. and that's just it for the day. And then we're done. That's it. Which is just kind of sad, all told. It's not a lot of forward progress, friends. All right, so I need to get ahead of a problem. No, I don't. It's not much of a problem right now. All right, so I cleared out everything, right? So all I really have to do is now return this to working. I could probably copy paste the entire thing, right? Here, let's test my might, because this is one unit, right? In theory, this is one unit. I should be able to come right here and just say do that. Hey, look at that. That actually worked. Well, golly gee, gosh darn. Oh, and I'm out of... Okay. Okay. It almost worked. We were almost competent. And then personal logistics back on. We need more undergrounds. The thing I said I was going to run out of, or randomly mumbled on perhaps running out of, I did that thing. I completely ran out of it. Give me more undergrounds, please. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Maybe get out of here. Maybe get on to the next project. Maybe do something. Maybe do something that's just not garbage disposal. This is all hard mode, by the way. This could all be solved by just burning the limestone. But no. Okay, this could also be solved by not being dumb. Let's not neglect that aspect of the project. There is a dumbness aspect in all this. And then right here, and then hopefully that's enough. I don't know. I don't have enough, so I'm being kind of stingy / dumb about this. So hopefully this gets them all started. I'm gonna have to... Yeah, you don't have enough, right? There's just not enough in the system. How about we just turn you off for a little bit? All you guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you guys are just going to build up some dirt in your system. Work in dirt. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now turn it off. Now it's fully charged, maybe. This is not going to work out long term. Long term, this is going to fall apart, and I'm going to be very sad. But I want to see the failure mode. I want to see it actually go. Now there's all sorts of wasted space in here. It's inefficient. Alright, so this we have to tend to now. That line needs to actually get some limestone in it. And if it doesn't, it will be sad. So what we're going to do, you're going to be special. You're going to output priority on this side. And you're going to work on feeding the system. Let's see if we can feed this entire system with just one, right? And then something like this. And then like that. There you go. And then it'll get on both sides, and maybe it'll be okay, maybe it'll be a disaster. One of those. And then these whales are probably... No, not you. You. These whales are going to be waiting around for a long time. Alright, good. So this is backing up. So one can keep the seaweed flowing for the moment. Probably a lot more than a moment, frankly. So why are these... Okay, they stop. Just keep in mind they don't go all the time. You look like you're going. Why don't I see more? Why don't I see more right here? Is everyone going? Here, we're going to check. Everyone working. Working. All of them working. So if I want sodium hydroxide, I just have to copy this thing and just drop it somewhere. and it will just produce sodium hydroxide from saline water and slaked lime. I probably could take it one step farther. Why aren't you going? Serious question, why aren't you going? It's the train is here. Why aren't you going? No, really, why aren't you going? You're just like all the others. Like, all these guys are going. What's your problem? This is one of the many failure modes of this. You know, let's copy you. Is the train ever so slightly off? The train car? I kind of believe that. Ever so slightly. There we go. That's probably what it was. Okay. Another weird failure mode. We only have one more cargo wagon. So I'll have to make more of those. I'll probably have to make a maker for these. That's funny. This is all funny. Every part of this is funny. I have to keep coming back and checking on this periodically because it's gonna jam. Like, come on, guys. This is going on pure faith right here. This system. Like, is it gonna jam because it fills up with too much soil? Well, okay, that would probably be exactly what happens, right? I don't know. With these like this, it's probably gonna fill up, but we always have a vent going. I can always tick it up by like 1 or 2. There will be, but if it fills up on soil, it just, this outserter right here just sets the pace for the entire system. Everything. And it'll back up entirely because of this. And so we'll be just a little inefficient because of it. Do I believe in that? It's like, see, it clears completely out. Well, look, that one's a bad one to look at. Like these guys right here. Looks like they do clear completely out, but not right here. I wonder why. Wonder why you're special. Anyway, I gotta move on, right? Oh. Yeah, I gotta move on. There's also the danger of water pressure rising too much that I have to watch. I have an insert but of no vent, and that's caused me problems in the past. Well, it's different. You gotta give me that. Even for Pyanodons, this is a different sort of solution. Working momentarily. Working just for a little bit. Oh, you have to have, you're stuck because of problems. You don't have any dirt. Okay. I kind of worry about this imbalance. That's the proper imbalance to have. But it's eventually going to be a problem, yeah? Why aren't you going? Because you can't vent because of all this. Well, we're going to learn. I don't know what the failure mode of this is going to be. I know it doesn't look right. I know it smells wrong. I know there's probably... Oh, it's just certainly going to be weird ways it's going to jam. Too much dirt. Too much limestone. Like, it's going to be... It clogs on limestone, right? Clogs on limestone, then we can't get the limestone out in order to put the limestone back in. That's going to be the actual failure mode. But the thing is, we process limestone faster. So let's imagine we clog on dirt, and we can't get the dirt out. And then we clog on limestone. So that's probably going to be one of the ways it fails. How else? It could always have a vent coming all the way down in one big way to reset everything out the bottom. But that seems like a bad... Oh, this all seems like such a bad idea. I don't believe in it at all. There's no necessity to it. Alright, we're just leaving it alone. We're just going to let this go. We're just going to pretend we don't see it. We're going to go slaughter some Vrox now. And it's all for the chitin. And even that's not so great. Are we still... I really wish we could do Dhilmos, but we don't have enough neuroprocessors. Like, nowhere near enough. Like, just upgrading all this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 4. That's 20 times 50. This is 1,000 neuroprocessors. 1,000. And you know what I'm not going to have anytime soon? That, my friends. I wish we could prod mod that. They are trickling in. And we're not even backing up on neuroprocessor. It is nice that this is going, though. Wait, this makes it 0.2 a second, and this eats at 0.29. Do I worry about that? Should I... Probably should. How is optical fiber doing for the moment? I've been struggling to get that up and going for so long. And it's being made. It doesn't look like we have a ton of rod on the belt, which is kind of what I was afraid of. I probably should have stack inserted all of this. It makes sushi belts more efficient by overloading machines, you know? Optical. Oh, we've had steady production for a while. Hopefully this keeps up. Alright, we're gonna cause Vrox to have a very bad day. This is gonna be a long episode. You know what? Before we run off and do something normal dumb, let's consider maybe doing something spectacularly dumb. Let's go look at Dhilmos. Dhilmos are very, very slow to make. But I can do something about this, right? Like, I can eventually... Like... This is all going full tilt, unfortunately. Where are you guys going? You're trying to go into this bin. Where does this go? This gets picked up by this guy. And where does this guy take it? Right here. And we have plenty of Dhilmos, kinda. And someone takes it and it gets used to be made for propolis. Okay, I remember that. But we now have a new recipe. I don't want to interrupt that guy. Oh, they're all about ready to pop. We can breed up better Dhilmos. This is true. We can put in better pools. This is true. And we also get a better recipe. Alright, pop, please. We're going to look at the better recipe. So, all it takes is 2 units of Dhilmo food. 1 Dhilmo food per Dhilmo. And it's at a rate of 0.1 a second, unfortunately. So let's do some math. This takes 120 seconds. And this is times 0.75, like divided by 0.75. And then divide by 2 because there's 2 of them. It makes 1 Dhilmo every 80 seconds. Yeah. And we're not making enough of them right now, so we're not overflowing. So we kind of want to put in another one of these. But then we can gradually replace this with doubling it. And so divide by 2 again. 1 Dhilmo every 40 seconds. By gradually updating this to level 2. Right? So we go to level 2. And all it takes is stuff I don't got. 30 neuromorphic chips. So it's 80 neuroprocessors for a fish tank. That's bad. And then on top of this, I can then uplift you to Dhilmo level 2, which is only 50% more. Oh, that's weak. 100% and then 150%. So maybe it's a Dhilmo every 30 seconds, which is enough to keep a slaughterhouse going if I do everything. But it's kind of the proper solution, right? Or hook up rocks right here. What does the rock line look like? Oh, it is a real party line. Can I just extend this to have everything a rock needs? It can't put stuff on here because it's not regulated at all. We're full up on Vrox, and Vrox, when processed, right here. They put in a cage. I have to deal with cages, and then after that, they get pulled apart here. It's 2 chitin apiece, and a whole bunch of formic acid. What's it take to uplift a Dhilmo? There is no good solution for chitin right now. It's really sad. You just need Dhilmo food, and it's like, okay, that's fine. And then to reproduce them, oh, it gets worse. The bioscaffold is the bad part, because that requires chitin. Funny how that works, huh? Can I just print chitin? Should I be doing that? It requires fetal serum, which I don't have. And it requires tech, which I don't have. Alright, so I can't just print it. Because this would produce... How many bioscaffold? Just 1 bioscaffold for 20 chitin, and then produces 30 chitin, so it will throw off excess chitin. I don't know. Or I can turn it into from bone. No, I can print bone. Okay, never mind. I want more chitin. Like, that's not good. That I can do. What's this? Yeah, whatever. This is probably where we're headed in the future, but it's the next tech tier, so that sucks. All of this sucks. And then that's the next tech tier as well. I don't have enough Dhilmos to slaughter. And that's just it. That's how you get chitin. It decays from Sarcoris. And I'm not willing to do the Perogen recipe, the Negesium recipe, just to rot out the Sarcoris for the chitin. Even though that's 16 chitin for all of this. I mean... Not the worst idea I've ever had. It's pretty close though. Oh man, lost and indecisive. Like, is this really what I want to do? Then I have to grow them. I almost want to make a unit like this. So we're making tons and tons and tons of cocoons. Is this regulated at all? Nope. his completely unregulated growth. So I guess we're just relying on the pull of cocoons. Or I can start slaughtering Dhilmos and work on a hope-based strategy. Start collecting the materials I need to upgrade these. Use the better recipe. I suppose that's what I have to do, right? Because this is the best way to just get pure chitin without just printing it. Yeah, there's nothing for it. Alright, so we have to upgrade Dhilmos. So we'll do Dhilmo Food today, and then we'll leave the rest for tomorrow. This is all not a great idea, but I have no idea what else to do at this point. There's probably a simple solution somewhere I'm just neglecting. And we have no free supermarket areas, huh? I could build one right here. And that wouldn't even be that tragic. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So what I need is to throw down you. And what I need is to throw down you. Are you hooked up? Yes, you are. This is probably an issue that I'm out of uranium here. Let's put that down. Find more uranium for mining. This is going to get out of hand sooner rather than later, right? That's a job for tomorrow, though. So what I need is Dhilmo Food. And that's this. It's nothing bad. It makes 6 per. It's going to require some waste. And it's going to require some rot. But we have the ability to process that right here. Yeah, this is just a generic waistline, so good. And we've got the blood already here, so... What is that doing? What are you doing? Alright, so... Like so, I think. And the other one just scoots quite a lot. Yeah, that's perfect. Alright. Make me Dhilmo Food, friend. Dhilmo Food. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, so, and you are also... Okay, first get all this stuff in. And this also needs to put out jerky. Okay, worry about that later. And then you need steam. And steam can come from over here somewhere, right? Yeah, we have a steam line. So this will be fine. I need to program the whale. Okay, there's your steam. Probably we need to put in more boilers, but whatever. It's going to be fine. And we can prod this if we need to, and it'll be even cheaper. Okay, it's all going to be fine. Whale. No, not whale. We need to get this recipe. So, notepad. Time to do it again, right? We need 5 guts. We need 10 flora. We need 3 skin. We need 10 yatoi seeds. 3 seaweed. 1 guar gum. 2 plastic bar. 2 nickel plate. And that's it. Alright, so onto my quick bar you go. Good. 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 Alright, and our number is going to be guts stacked to 100. Everything but flora stacks to 100, right? And seaweed. Alright, so 20, 25, 35, 38. 41, 44, 45, 50. Our number is going to be 50. So 9,000 divided by 50. It's 180. That's not a good number. It's going to have a lot of... So I guess we do 150. And that's still not very good. 50 is not a good number. Alright, fine. We do it like this. It was 5 guts, so 750 as I just mess everything up right now because I can't do math in my head. Okay, like that, like that, like that. And 150. Should probably up that to 200. And then 300. And 300. Alright. This is going to be a busy whale. But let's get him started. You must be whale hungry. And this is going to be our big accomplishment for today. Making Dhilmo food. Wonderful, right? Alright, up you go. Nickel plate. And then you want to load items until caravan has nickel. And 300. Add destination. Probably plastic now. Come here, load items, plastic, 300. Then we need, where do we put the guar gum? Was that in the 5 stack? I think it probably was, right? Yeah, right there. You gotta get guar gum. You're also gonna get 300. Don't worry about it. Now we need your toy seeds. And then right here. And then skin, guts, and flora. Okay. And then we go to flora. Right here. And we load items. And we do not wait. Flora, 100, and then we go and we get guts and skin. Then we load items, guts, okay, and we do not wait. And lastly, we get skin. Which is a hot commodity right now, unfortunately. Alright, load items, skin. Good thing we don't need so much. And then add destination here. And then 8. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then unload until caravan has spolinen, biomass, jerky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Spolinen, biomass, jerky. Alright, you just don't wait on any of these as per current style. But you do wait on those. And then circuit condition, comparador equals go. Alright. Okay. Okay, I kind of believe in this. So 750, 1500. So that number, 1500, and 300, and 300, and then 300. Okay, you are programmed. Go and do it. Then we will try to make this work. Um, 10. Well, no, it should probably be pretty high, right? All of this should be pretty high because then it has to go cycle the entire way. So just pure 100s, maybe even more than that, maybe 200s. In fact, let's try it. That'll make the setup a little more efficient. Just a little. Okay, good. Now we have to worry about all of this. So you also have to be, okay, first off, you're pulling out Dhilmo Food instead. And you also have to worry about jerky. Jerky. There we go. And these guys also have to worry about jerky. Here, we'll make a dedicated jerky one. There we go. And all these can go away now. Wonderful. This can go away now. Wonderful. I am not sure at all about this path I'm on. We'll definitely see. All right, so this puts, yeah, this is an Omni disposal line. And you come down like this. Instead of doing that, you go this way. And it goes into the disposal. And that's not the right height. There we go. There we go. And that will hopefully make its way out of the system. And we should be done now, right? Well, we have to route all of this stuff. Oh, and this has to be properly throttled. Dhilmo Food, right there. Beautiful. And that's good. And you don't need blood or anything. You could be prod modding this, and that's fine, but we're not. Let's take a moment and look and see if this is locked up yet. Going, 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 going. All of you going. Suspicious, but it is all going. This isn't backed up. I might have to bring in more. Oh, and we're also, yes, it periodically clears out everything. So it looks like we are at sodium hydroxide peak. Sodium hydroxide. Like in the last hour, it was definitely, this was the jams. These big jams. Now they're not happening anymore. This was at 12K. Now we're up at 15, and that's all just efficiency. And it's a recent jam because these are still going. So I guess what we're looking for right now is this. This is full up. All right. We may have solved a problem. We may have created a problem. All of these things, they are true. Where are you going? Why are you have so little stuff? You got flora, skin. What is this? Why do you have 0 guts? It's not how things are supposed to be. Load items until caravan. Did I just mess this up? I mean, where's the seaweed? Did I not program it to get seaweed? I don't have that memory in my head. Okay. Alright, so that's on me. Okay, that's a problem. I skipped over this. That's fine. It's fine, I say. Load items until caravan has seaweed in quantity 450. Then you should be up before the flora. That's about right. And it's probably like this. It's probably closer. Alright, and then we have to wait for it to come back, and I messed that up twice. Wonderful. A rare and beautiful double screw up. We don't have any nickel plate either? Or is this because just distribution is bad? No, I don't see any nickel plate. He has it on him. Is he not putting it out? He is not. Okay. Okay, we're not even going to question why this is messed up. It simply is. And always was. And if we're going to be honest, it's always going to be messed up. 300? 300. Oh, because I... Okay, there we go. Okay, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'll just have to really carefully watch this for absolutely basic errors. Do we have a Dhilmo Food area? I want to say we don't. I don't know why we have shells here. This is simply wrong. This should be the supermarket aisle. This is better worker food, so we need better Dhilmo food right here. And I will have to go and figure that out. And that's fine. Figuring things out is what I do. And that will wrap up, and tomorrow we'll start the slow process of upgrading all the Dhilmo pools. I can probably start that right now, right? Right there to right there. This is off. Something's different. Well, I copied the wrong one, first off. Here, I just did it wrong. Try again. Instead of doing that, let's do this. I still see the problem, don't worry. There. Now it's in the correct... Okay, it's sort of correct. Now there's aspects of this that might in fact be correct. Okay, and we'll just hook it up across like we always do. Is that off-center? No. Well, it's just I got equipment from the other side too. Very weird of me. There's entire levels of weird here. Alright. Run away, right? Give me a whale. Give me a caravan. Give me a caravan. Dinosaur hungry. I want you to go right here, and I want you to go to the new Dhilmo Food area. Which is right there. Oh, good. It's being made. I want you to fill cargo. And I want you to come right there. And I want you to empty cargo. Go and do that. Meanwhile, the delivery has come back. And we should be done, right? We should be ready, right? It should be working, correct? Yes. Yes, it is. We are, in fact, making Dhilmo food. We have an accomplishment for today. And then we'll use this to use the next level Dhilmo recipe, which just isn't that bad. It really isn't. And then... Do I have any Lovecraft? I need more Lovecraft furnaces on me. Then we're going to go upgrade neuroprocessor, and we have to start skimming. Okay, we have a lot of things we have to start doing. Oh, tech is going for the moment. We're getting no closer to our actual real goal. What a day. Alright, that comes with me. We need a special rail box, I think. I want to say I dump rail things here. I'll be back for more. I'm committed now. I'm going to have to make a cargo wagon maker. And a rail maker. Because of my delusions, I guess. So over here somewhere, we make neuroprocessor right here. And I don't care if we waste the agar. I really don't. We need these up and at 'em. Where is the Lovecraft furnace I just had in my hand? Okay, why don't I use the upgrade function right there? There we go. It's much better. There we go. So this, we'll be oversaturating this with agar. And we're going to need so many more neuroprocessors because we have to skim them, and the production is going all into neuromorphic chips right now. So, you know what that means. Our buddy boy, the beacon, has to come out. And there's just no good spot for this. I mean, okay, right here and right there are both good spots. Are spots. We're not going to call them good spots. So like so. Do that. And you get better speed mods. Can you reach across all those? Beacon interference. Oh, because it has a 5 on it? Really? Where is it? Wait, what? Where are you getting a beacon from? Where's your beacon coming from? Why does this have a thing on it? Oh, it's because I double upgraded it. My fault. Oh, is that a Mark III? Okay, I messed it up. That's what I did. It's what I do. I mess things up. Alright. We have to breathe. We have to concentrate. Oh, okay. Okay, good. I just want to get to this. This is all we're going to. We're going to research the tech. Even researching so fast, we're actually almost keeping pace with tech. With engineering and tech is almost keeping pace, which is kind of terrifying, honestly. But goal in sight, my friends. But what beacon is this guy having? I see 100% productivity. Oh, it's because there's 2 of them? Oh, okay. Okay. My fault. As per normal. This was my fault. And then you double speed and AM5, FM3. And you can't do that. I gotta go adjust you normally, or manually. Alright, okay. And this might not even do anything because I've got so many prod mods on it. It's at 55% speed now. Instead of, like if I take this down, it's at 0.2 crafting speed. And so this more than doubles it, almost triples the crafting speed. Alright, so I was incorrect about saying it doesn't really do anything. Oh, we've got level 2 prod mods in here. When did that happen? I didn't authorize this. Not yet anyway. I wonder why. Was I really callous with the upgrade planner? No, wait. There's something. I was looking at the wrong thing. Now it goes way faster. Way, way, way faster. And the problem is, of course, we don't have enough optical cable. And so this has to be addressed sometime. And then we're all the way back to here already? Are you at least on your way? No. Are you on your way? No. Well, what's our problem, guys? It's like it's right here. This is now cutting edge, glass core. I could speed module these with a combination of efficiency mods. But this is one. These are making 1 a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 7. This is essentially 8 a second here, and this is eating, oh, essentially that. So, do I just not have enough? 8 a second here being made, and then they're used in a couple places, right? Yeah, here and there, and soon, it's 3 per here. So, if I'm making 8 a second, well, 7 a second, really, and I go look over here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm using less than that. What? I guess just magnetic core is eating so many of them. I gotta clip this episode short. We gotta wrap up. I was gonna do a thing. I was gonna go over here to Dhilmo pools. Does anyone remember the Dhilmo? Where do the Dhilmo swim? Right there. And we have to just start. And just start accumulating things. And then we're going to start skimming off neuromorphic chips and neuroprocessors and just build them as we can, right? I suppose the other thing we can do, which we probably should, is just build out another field of normal ones. That's the old-fashioned way of doubling productivity. So I guess I'll do that. I'll put in 20 more right here. And then this is where the slaughterhouses go. And so we're going to double it via the next level recipe. We're going to double it via doubling footprint. We're going to double it by slowly building out these areas. So 80 per 80 times 40. 3,000 neuroprocessors have to go into this build. All for chitin, which will all be obsolete after I'm done. I am not certain about my position in life right now. But I do know I've made something new. Alright. Okay. We're done, right? And this guy's waiting for more optical cable as per normal. Why did I put in a speed module? I don't know. What I need is more prod modules, but no prod modules arrived, which is actually kind of worrying. I would have expected that to kick in at this point. Where is magnetic core made? That's right here. Oh, we're kind of backed up. What's this doing? Oh, this is to go into vanadium core, right? Yeah, vanadium vapor deposition on the core. And that's what happens over there. And it's just not needed right now. So, this is eating lots of cladded core per... I mean, lots. And so we have to figure out whether or not we are going to expand this area or build more. Wait, do you need silver? Oh no, it's also silver. That's why this is all so slow. Glass core is a silver plate per. We can do it without silver right here, but it's the Simic upgrade. Geothermal, biosimo quartz, we get glass core and some quartz pulp and some hot air. I need to not think about that either. We are 100% silver bound on many different things right now. And I could solve this today, I guess, by spamming windmills or I could just keep building and get to the next tier. So okay, I should just stop worrying about this. Just turn my brain off. We have to build forward to the next tech in order to get more power. Get to the next material component so that I can get the buildings, so that I can build out the next level power plant, so that I can fix all of these problems. Like doubling silver, tripling silver. Yeah, I need to stop thinking and build. We're going to double Dhilmo. We're going to put out another another field of double Dhilmo, upgrade the recipe, and then slaughterhouses for chitin, and that'll solve one problem. Then we'll get back to making nanostructured material, which has no problems with it whatsoever. It's just I'm constantly distracted by these other things. At least it's tidy. And it looks tidy, doesn't it? And it's producing all the sodium hydroxide. Okay, we're done. What? I don't know. I don't know what to say about any of this. Science is going again, but that requires more chitin overall, and that's a problem getting. Alright, okay. Bottleneck after bottleneck. Day after day. We're here for the problems, right? We love the problems. This is why we're here. We're problem solvers. Okay, about right. About sort of right. Screenshot. Now. Okay, what did we do today, ladies and gentlemen? Well, most of it was off screen, unfortunately. We realized that we just were producing far too much limestone down here. Just way too much for the system, for the factory to properly metabolize. So instead, I put down a limestone destroyer on site. It turns the limestone into ash. Normal people use this by shoving it in a burner. I have to use a huge production change for it. Hard mode for you. That's how it is. But now we have unimpeded sodium hydroxide production, which is probably helping in some way I don't understand. And the other problem I was focusing on is that we don't have enough chitin. Our only real source of chitin is by slaughtering arquads, and arquads deserve it, but we're not slaughtering them in great enough. We need more chitin than we're producing, so we need a primary chitin producer, and our choices there are essentially Dhilmo and Vrox, and Vrox are just a pain with side effects in the form of formic acid, which I'd have to wrestle with, and I don't want to. And Dhilmo's, the problem is it's slow, but I have a new recipe I can use with Dhilmo Food, which I'm making right there, and I'll double the footprint. And then we're also going to try to upgrade the buildings, even though the buildings are stupid expensive. Stupid expensive. We'll slowly drag our way there. We may also uplift Dhilmo, but uplifting Dhilmo looks like an enormous pain. Plus, it's not a full 100% boost. It's only a 50% boost. So it's a huge pain for not an amazing payoff. So that's what we're working on there. I didn't work on any of the forward progress today. It was all just foundational stuff. I don't know what to say about that except to weep in shame. I upped saline water production too because it looked like we were a little low on it. The new speed modules help a ton with that. But I don't know. The factory's kind of a mess. I may be clearing my way to making more forward progress. I don't know. But for now, I'm done. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.